All right, tribe, what's up? This is going to be your I was going to say Love Jones. Your Love Is Review, Season 1, Episode 4. And the reason why Love Jones was on my mind is because that episode started off with that Love Jones throwback. Hello, morning. Yes, honey. Yes. I was up from they had me. Y'all know my 90s throwback. They be having me with the 90s throwbacks. But the episode starts off, we see Nori in bed, dreaming about being in bed with Yasir. We see Yasir in bed, dreaming about being in bed with Nori, sleep. But of course they in bed alone. Yasir is still with Ruby, helping Ruby, and Nori still ain't heard from him, and she like, this mofo done left me high and dry, and I'm done with him. But she's still feeling him, right? So, knock on the door, wakes Nori up. It's Keith. He done showed up to take her to the damn ski trip. She done forgot about the ski trip, forgot to tell him she wasn't going on the ski trip. And so now she don't really know how to get out of it, because at this point he's literally showed up at her door. He got ski clothes. He done bought her some ski outfits and stuff, talking about, I want this to be memorable for you and all this other stuff. Because she was like, you really didn't have to buy me no ski outfit. And she's saved by the bell because the phone rings, and it's her boss basically saying, look, I know it's Saturday, but I need you to get in here, like, what's good? And so she's able to get away from Keith temporarily to go to work. Now, Keith works for Keith is a TV executive, and he actually works for the people who, I guess, produce the show that Nori works for. And so he was like, oh, that's what I think it's about. You better go ahead and go. This is going to be a great opportunity for you. This will be a good thing. He was like, you know what? I'll wait. I don't mind the traffic because I really want you to come with me. And, Nori's like, damn, because she's thinking he going to go without her. It's going to be cool. And she's just like, okay. And then he going on his way out the door telling my son, it's not like we was going to ski anyway. Bitch. So now we flip over to Yasir and Ruby. And Ruby, come to find, okay, so Ruby's on the phone. Yasir wakes up. Ruby's in the front room on the phone with her mom. And we learn a few things. What we learn is that, Yasir ain't always been this dude, right? He ain't always been this dude, this free, I don't want to say he freeloading, but kind of down on his luck dude. Come to find out that he actually loaned Ruby the money to move to LA, to get set up in LA, to chase her dreams. He took her, like, physically helped her pack up her apartment and drove her to LA to get herself together. So it's not like he was this deadbeat dude who wasn't never shit, you know what I mean? And Ruby is like, so you feel like I still owe you, because he said something about, I know you've been carrying me. She was like, I've been carrying you like Jordan carries the Bulls. And he was like, really? And she was like, oh, so you just gonna bring that up? And that's when we find out that he's done a lot for her as well. And she was on the phone with her mother, and it looks like that he has a really good relationship with her mom as well. And she invites them to dinner, and Ruby talking about something, well, I guess we gonna be going to dinner with my parents in 6 weeks. No, we not. 6 weeks is a long time for you to cancel. But her parents, of course, think that the two of them are still happily in love and together and all that good stuff. And we find out later on that basically Ruby's parents really not feeling her living in LA. However, they feel better because they know Yasir's there, and they really, they feel a lot more comfortable about her living in LA because he's there or what have you. So that's another reason. We'll get there. So Ruby is like, look, you don't have to take care of me. I know you want to go and be with Nori. Like, like that was her at the door last night. And she was like, you can go. Like, you don't have to babysit me. Go ahead. That's where you really want to be anyway. And I'm just like, people crack me up when they want their cake and eat it too. You treated this man like pure D shit. He was sleeping on the couch. And when he go out and find somebody, now all of a sudden you in your feelings. And I just didn't understand what she wanted from him. Like, either y'all were together or y'all weren't. Whatever. So he leaves. He does leave. He takes care of Ruby before she leaves, though. He makes sure she goes to the bathroom, and he takes her for a little walk and everything like that. And so he, before he leaves the house, and he's running over to Nori's house, because remember, he ain't got no car. He running to Nori's house, and literally as she's pulling off, he's running, so she doesn't see him. and she had taken the poster of the Wynton Marsalis concert and ripped it up and threw it, and so it's floating all over the place, and he picking up the pieces and shit. I thought it was his bills, because remember, his car had been parked there with all his stuff in it. So the nosy ass neighbor gonna come out and introduce herself, telling me, I'm Rosie, how are you? She was like, I really tried to get them to stop you from towing your car, but it was nothing I could do. Yes, it was. You probably called the damn tow company. Shit, you probably called the tow company. But he's picking up the pieces. She talking about something. You missed a piece. There's another piece right there. And I'm like, because at first I thought, like I said, I thought it was his mail, like, that had somehow gotten on the street. It's that damn Wynton Marsalis poster. And he gonna hold on to it and tape it back together. He goes to pick his car up. Come to find out, the car is gonna cost him, these braids are so heavy, it's gonna cost him $400 to get the car out of impound. And he was like, the car's only worth $300. The dude was like, well, I guess you got a choice to make. Then Yasir gonna say, look, can I just borrow the car for a day? I'll bring it back with a full tank of gas. I just need, like, you believe in love. Like, he's really trying to throw this line. In my mind, I was thinking, if this line worked, he is the fucking man. But he giving him the whole, do you believe in love? Because I gotta go find the love of my life, and her phone number is in that car, and if I just borrow the car for one day, I'll bring it right back. And I'm thinking to myself, you really think this dude is about to let you take the car out of impound to go run your errands and bring it back? Talking about I bring it back with a full tank of gas. Dude, he gonna give him some trash bags talking about something. You can take whatever you need out of the car, which is really nice, because some impound lots won't let you touch your car, because of course, what's the leverage? Anyway, so he cleans the car out, and of course he's looking for the phone number with he's looking for the sheet of paper with Nori's number on it. While he's cleaning the car out, the number gets away from him, lands on the ground, and blows away. But my thing is, at this point, you know where she lives, you know where she works. Yeah, you might want to call her, but you done went to the house and you see she ain't home. So getting her phone number right now ain't even helping your ass out. So, because if it was me, I probably would have just sat on the steps till she showed up. But whatever. Well, no, if I was that pressed. I shouldn't say if it was me. I'm saying if I was that pressed. So then we see him hooking up with Sean. Sean is his boy. That's his boy. And it's so funny. They have this whole conversation about the internet. And I'm sitting there the whole time laughing, because everything he said is just like a reference, a throwback of the 90s. Because he's talking, and it just took me back to my Black Planet, Black Voices days. If y'all know what I'm talking about, go on and hit it in them comments. But he was talking about being in the chat room. He's talking about something. It goes down in the IMs. Now, before the DMs, it was the IMs, the instant messengers on AOL and Yahoo. Who had the Yahoo Messenger app? You downloaded it on your computer, and you could talk to all your friends through Yahoo. Yes, honey. Yes. Back in the day. And then he gonna say, his girlfriend got mad. She took the cord for the internet. And I'm laughing because, again, y'all remember them dial-ups. You remember the dial-up. Y'all remember the AOL noise and the dial-up. You had to sit there and wait for that shit to connect and hope that nobody called you while I was trying to connect so it wouldn't mess up your connect. Yes. And remember, you couldn't be on the phone and be using your internet at the same time because you used the phone line. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. But, he's talking to Sean, trying to figure this whole thing out with Nori or whatever, bouncing it off his boy and stuff like that. And his boy was like, look, sounds to me like she went on that ski trip. And he was like, no, first he told her to check at work. And Yasir was like, it's Saturday, she wouldn't be at work, which of course is exactly where she is. And he was like, well, then I guess she went on that ski trip that she told you about. Well, why would she go on the ski trip? So they go to the coffee house to wait for her, because on Saturdays, usually she goes to the coffee house to do some writing. But of course, she's at work, so she's not going to the coffee house. Then they go from the coffee house back to her house, and Yasir's like, look, if her car's there, you can just drop me off. Because his boy is like, look, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I ain't gonna do it in no public place, so we need to go ahead and get up out of here, because I gotta get home. And so Yasir is like, well, just take me by her house. If her car is there, you can just drop me off, and if not, I just ride back with you. So they get there. Now, her car wasn't there, but Yasir gets out the car anyway. They done broke into the woman's house because she done left her sliding door open. Because Sean said, look, I gotta go to the bathroom. I can't hold it no more, and I'm about to use her bathroom, and then we'll be out. Honey, in the process, Yasir, he walking through the apartment, he reminiscing on the little good time they had, and then that's when he sees the ski clothes sitting there. And Yasir's like, well, the clothes are here. She must not have gone on a ski trip. Like, she bought some clothes to go, but she must not have gone. Sean was like, you don't understand women. She bought a couple of outfits, and those are the outfits that didn't make the cut. She gone. She don't want skiing. Yasir's like, nah, she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that. And he was like, Sean was like, really? You don't think so? You don't think she would do that? And what's funny is, they flash back to present day. And so Tim Reed plays Sean in present day. And Tim Reed was like, man, I was worried about my boy being suicidal because he was straight up tripping. So they end up leaving. Yasir's all in his feelings. He done left a note for Nori. No. Did he? Yeah. He left a note. He put a note in her mailbox. So he left a note for Nori. So they roll out, get back to the house. And Ruby is like, look, you can have the couch back. And remember, what Nori said to Yasir last week was about him using her. And so he's real sensitive about that now. So he's like, Ruby, you think I'm using you? Like, you think all of this is because I want my couch? I want the couch back? And Ruby was like, first of all, calm down. Stop tripping. And that's when she talks about how, my parents will feel better with you being here anyway, because they don't like the fact that I'm down here. They don't like what's going, their daughter, their little baby girl down here. So it would actually be helping me out. Just, she was like, it's only for 6 weeks. Because remember, she has to recover, and she can't really do anything. She won't be full recovery until 6 weeks. So she was like, at the end of 6 weeks, you can go where you need to go, and I'll go where I need to go, and we'll cancel the dinner with my parents. Like, I wouldn't make you do that. And they actually have a moment where they actually sort of, I guess, come to an understanding about and being in an okay place about their situation. Like, I think both of them understand, we just roommates. I'm just helping you for the next 6 weeks, and it's cool. But Yasir was real sensitive about the whole using me thing. So now we flip over to Nori. Nori's at work. They called her into work because the producer wants to expand one of the female characters, and he's like, I need to get the female writers in the room so we can expand this female character, and I can kind of see where everybody is and where everything is going, whatever. And it's this whole scene where he touches Angela's braids, and how people are about, I've never been one of those people about you touching my hair, but I can see where it's an issue. I've just never been one of those people that it bothers them. But of course, Angela is like telling Nori, you're tripping. You need to go on this ski trip with Keith. Forget all about this crazy dude. He's on some other bullshit. You don't know what's up with him. He's, he done spent the weekend with his quote unquote roommate, and he ain't called you or nothing. Like, you ain't known him but 3 days. Like, go on and go have fun with Keith. Like, a week ago, before you met this dude, you was cool with Keith. Like, going back to that. Keith shows up with coffee and everything else, and the boss, Kadeem Hardison's character, is like, how you know we were even in here? And he's talking about I heard some things, because remember, he works for the producer. So Kadeem is like, you here spying on us? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did he send you to see what's going on here? And Kadeem pulls him aside to talk to him, like, look, what's up? Like, is this what we doing here? Are they thinking about spinning this character off? Like, what's really good? What's the real deal here? Because he think Keith is there on some spy shit. So I guess Kadeem figured, like, I'm gonna go ahead on my spy shit. And in the interim, Angela and Nori are in the room talking, and Angela just tells Nori, look, go on the damn ski trip. Like, you thinking this shit too hard, you taking it too serious, you known this dude for 3 days. Go have a good time. Like, fuck that. Forget about him. And Nori's like, yeah, you're right. So Nori tells him she's gonna go on a ski trip. She's still not sure. You can tell she really still wasn't really trying to go, but she agreed to go on a ski trip. So then we see the next morning with her waking up. And at first I was like, so did she change her mind because she's at home? But actually, I guess it was so late by the time they left, Keith was just gonna pick her up in the morning. So you see her luggage is packed and all that good stuff. So she gets up, and who's at the door but Yasir? So she lets him in, and they get to talking, and of course, he tells her, he's like, look, I told you I couldn't answer all of those questions, but he tells her his name, where he was born, that he's married and divorced, that he has a son. He tells her who Ruby is and how they were together, but they're not now. And right now they're just roommates, and how he's going to be there for the next 6 weeks, but after that he's leaving. Like, he breaks the whole thing down for her, and you see her melting. All the anger is just melting away. You see everything is cool. And then knock, knock, knock. Who at the door but Keith to pick her up for the ski trip? So you see her get mad, and he rolled out. He was like, oh, okay, cool. That's what you're doing now? And she was like, I hadn't heard from you. I didn't know what was up with us. Like, he said, yeah, but you told me you wasn't going. Like, you told me you didn't want to go, even independent of me. You told me you didn't want to go on this trip. He was like, Nori, I told you I'm not about the bullshit. Like, I'm really not about the games. I'm not about the bullshit. So, you know what? Have fun on your ski trip, and I'm out. And that's where we end, ladies and gentlemen. Nori standing there looking crazy. Yasir was real cool. He opened the door. He was like, you're Keith? Oh, she talks about you all the time. Okay, you guys have a great time. All right, you know, Nori, peace. So that's where that whole thing ends. So we're going to see. The play, I was going to suggest that I need a soundtrack or something, because the songs they be playing are off the hook. They take me back. But I saw a commercial. There's some sort of playlist. I don't know if it's on Spotify or iTunes, but I gotta find it, because the commercial went by kind of quick. So I ain't gonna lie. It didn't go by quick. I just wasn't paying attention during the commercial. But I'm gonna go back and find it, because I need that soundtrack in my life. Just like Pose. For those of you who watch Pose, if you don't know, the playlist is on Spotify, and it's all of that. Anyway, y'all let me know. I know a couple of my subscribers were like, they ain't been able to really get into this show, that it's not their cup of tea. And I see where you guys coming from, but I'm gonna say hang with it, because it's a good show. I like it. It's a really good show. It's just one of those love stories that they're showing us in pieces. It's almost like a Love Jones if they had made Love Jones a TV show. Like, if you've ever seen Love Jones, and you saw how they met, they had their ups and their downs, they fell apart, they dated other people, they came back together, but at the end of the day, they were really sort of soulmates. It's sort of like that if they had taken Love Jones and made it a TV show and broke it up into a week-by-week episode of their love story. Does that make sense? So I like it. But y'all let me know what y'all think in them comments. Does Yasir really have a... Let me ask you this. Does Yasir really have a reason to be mad at Nori for going on that ski trip? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace.